Hi gorgeous, it's Jackie here, your pleasure and prosperity mentor and healer. And I want to do this video to speak about staying committed to your business and your goals and your clients. And this is also going to help you within your sexual relationship with yourself and your partner as well. So it's all the same mindset. And I actually saw a video that somebody else did talking about commitment and what commitment means, like the definition of commitment. And I agree with the definition of commitment, but there are ways that you can go about this that feel really, really juicy, really, really exciting, and really good, basically. So this particular person was sharing that commitment is when you continue to pursue and continue to move towards and continue to do the thing that you committed to, even after the feelings that you felt at the time of committing to it have passed. Okay? So this is what staying committed means. It means continuing to do the thing that you committed to, even after the feelings that you felt when you first committed have passed. Sounds pretty dull and hellish to me. Sounds difficult, sounds like hard work, right? Sounds like, oh, I've got to stay committed, and oh my gosh, I have to do this. It's like, ugh. And if you feel like that as well, and if you struggle with commitment issues when it comes to your business and likely your sexual relationship with yourself or your partner, then I think you're going to really love what I have to say, because it really helps me to think of it in this way. Rather than thinking I have to stay committed, what I like to do is to consistently recommit to something. Like that just feels more positive to me, to recommit to something. It feels more exciting. It's like renewing your vows or something. It's renewing your commitment to something. And the way that I go about doing that is I think about why, like my big whys. Why am I doing this thing? Why did I commit in the first place? And like thinking about how much I love this thing, and what my big vision is. And I tap into how that makes me feel when I think about it, when I think about, my big vision and my big whys and why this is important to me. And I cultivate that excitement, that lust, that feeling inspired. And I do this as a practice, because recommitting, staying committed is a practice. But if you're going to be doing it from a space of like forcing yourself, it feels like an obligation. So it's down to you to put the little bit of effort in to like cultivate this energy, this excitement energy, this the frequency and energy of when you first made that commitment. And because how often is it that you have this really good idea, then you start moving towards that idea and you're really, really excited. A few weeks pass, you're still really, really excited, but then something comes up in your life. Maybe your car breaks down, or you have an argument with your partner, or something happens and it throws you off, and then you're not really getting the results that you hoped right away, and you start questioning and doubting whether this was the thing you're meant to be doing, or maybe it's not the right time, maybe I'm not cut out for this. All these thoughts come up, and they're these like limiting beliefs, and then you kind of forget what you felt when you first committed. You forget that lust that you felt when you first committed. You forget that energy. You forget why you were so excited. You lose that. And so what I like to do is practice using visualization, using whatever tools I want to use, like maybe dancing, singing, visualization, journaling, and just really get into that vibration of commitment again, recommitting that excitement vibe. And get creative if you're artistic and you want to paint something, and just remind yourself of what this means to you, what this means to your clients, and what your life will look like when you receive your desires. And if you are seeing some results but not the ones that you hoped for yet, then try and come back into that space of like determination and hope and excitement. And then you feel like you want to commit. You feel like you want to recommit. And I do this as a practice, literally like renewing my vows to my desires, renewing my commitment to my desires. And I do a little ritual, light a candle, and journal about things. And like I said, sometimes I'll get my energy going, and sometimes I'll do yoni breathing or like a womb meditation or something, whilst visualizing the things that I'm creating, to bring myself. Yoni breathing really helps, actually, especially if you do fire breathing with your yoni, so you're like pulsating whilst you're thinking about this, because that creates that energy of creation, that turn on energy. And that is the energy that you want to be feeling about the things that you want to stay committed to. And I find it really, really, really helps. And it helps me to stay excited. It helps me to stay high vibrational. It helps me to, keep posting, keep putting things out there. And it helps me to come into a place of service. It helps me to feel really vibrant about what it is I'm doing, and it helps me to stay committed. And so it is a practice, and it's down to you. It's your responsibility to find ways to make this practice enjoyable. And so if you are feeling like you're losing your commitment to posting in groups, for instance, or you're losing your commitment to doing Facebook Live, or which I can't do at the moment because the internet's so bad, that's why I'm recording this. If there's something that you're losing commitment to that is going to benefit you and it's going to bring you closer to your desires, then think of ways of how you can make that more enjoyable. So before I did this, I just went for a walk. I just went and looked at Mama Ocean and just breathed some fresh air and got into my body and got into a high vibe space. So I feel really good about filming a video for you. And now I'm doing that from a really happy, joyful space. And it's not a chore. It feels like I want to do it. And it's the same when I'm posting, and it's the same when I'm showing up in my group, and it's the same when I'm filming a YouTube video. I mean, YouTube for me is not a number one priority, but there's certain things for me that are a priority, and those things I do have to recommit to. Even if I am seeing results, there's going to be days where you feel like, oh, I don't really want to do this today. Like, oh, I'm not feeling it today. And then in those moments, it's really down to you to go take a break, go do something you enjoy, and really come back home to your truth. The truth is that you do want this, you do still want this, and it's just a case of cultivating that juicy energy again. And it's the same in any long-term relationships, and it is the same with your sexual relationship to yourself, because often we can get, from the women that I help have become very disconnected and lack commitment with their own pleasure or their pleasure within their relationship. And so it's the same thing. It's your responsibility to turn yourself on. It's your responsibility to turn yourself on in your business and in your body. And so there are ways where if you can shift your perspective around commitment and staying committed and try and think of it as an enjoyable thing, like you get to recommit, you get to feel juicy and turned on and find that excitement and that lust, and then it becomes more like play. And that's how I stay committed, and I thought I would share that with you, and I hope it helps. And yeah, so much love from Mexico. I'm a bit of a hot mess right now. I have literally been a hot mess for the past 4 months. Not really bothering to wear much makeup while I'm here. I'm just enjoying, being by Mama Ocean and being very natural. So I'm sending you these magical Mexican Mayan vibes, and I really hope that this inspires you today. And if you're lacking commitment, I hope that this inspires you to recommit to the truth and to have fun doing it. So I love you lots, and have an amazing day, and remember to keep it juicy. Bye.